It's a lovely fall day, and my wife and my boys and I were about to leave on another trip. This time we're driving from Bellingham, Washington to Monterey, California, and we're going to try to do the majority of the trip today. We've charged to 100%. Hopefully this will serve as a bit of a range test to see how far you can go on one charge. Tesla Model Y, this is the rear-wheel drive, long-range car.
Going on a road trip. Where are we going, boys?
I forget.
Monterey Bay. Are you excited to be on a road trip?
Oh yeah, I love road trips.
What are you excited for?
The car rides, the nice views, the time catching up on books and podcasts, the blankets.
What podcast are you listening to?
Can you guess?
Stinky Dragons.
Yes, they listen to Stinky Dragon, the only podcast I've ever listened to.
What are you gonna do, Elon?
I'm gonna draw.
Draw. Like a little bit?
No,
No.
for a lot.
For a lot.
80 miles. I think the last time I did this leg of the journey going from Bellingham to Portland, I made it just beyond Portland. Like I did 270 miles, and that was using the winter rated tires on the 18-inch rims, the Model 3 rims. This now we have the OEM tires, and they are much more efficient. Hello again. Quick update on our progress. So we've gone 104 miles and have used about 25 kilowatt hours of battery. We're averaging about 236 watt hours per mile. I'll do the calculation for miles per kilowatt on screen. And percentage of battery left is 64%. And right now we're almost to Fife or Tacoma, Washington. So yeah, we'll do another update at 33%. All right, a quick check-in. We've reached 50% of our battery state of charge. We've traveled 152 miles, and we've averaged 228 or 229 watt hours per mile. Yeah, so we are on pace to do 300 miles on a single charge. Hoping we can pull that off. Well, we have stopped at a rest area about an hour north of Portland, Oregon. We've reached 19% battery state of charge. We've driven 240 miles, and we have about another 50 miles remaining. It says we're gonna get to Woodburn, Oregon with 4% state of charge. All right, we have arrived at our charging station in Woodburn, Oregon. We traveled almost 291 miles, and I'd say the conditions were pretty ideal for most of the trip. It was 60 to 65 degrees, so the air conditioning wasn't having to work too hard, and my speeds were always between 65 and 75. On the whole trip down, there were a few times we got caught in a little bit of traffic. So, I would say conditions are, for the most part, very normal. Nothing extreme. You can see these are all 125 kilowatt chargers. And then they have an array of 250 kilowatt chargers here. It says that we consumed 67 kilowatts, and I believe this car has a 75 kilowatt usable capacity. Now this car was built in November, December of 2004. So it's you know, it's almost a year old, but I've put 25,000 miles on it. So I probably am seeing a little bit of, you know, typical, you know, 3 to 5% degradation in the first 30,000 miles. That's typical with the Teslas that I've had in the past. But overall, I'm really happy with the result. It shows that with, you know, average conditions, you know, an adult, 2 kids, a bunch of luggage, you can expect to get about 290 miles of highway range in a rear-wheel drive Model Y. You know, according to what I had left, I probably could have gone at least another 10 to 15 miles more. So, you know, easily puts it within a real world range of about 300 miles. All right, we're just about to unplug, take off. I think we're at 82%. Took us about 34 minutes to get to 82%. We have made it to Sutherland, Oregon, and we're just popping in to go to the bathroom and do like a 5-minute charge. Still planning to do a short stop in Medford. This is a huge supercharger here, as you can see. And yeah, showed up here with 35%. And it was saying we could get to Medford with about 4% range, but we need to go to the bathroom anyway, so might as well stop and get a short charge. Right, we have added 24 kilowatt hours, and we're about to unplug and head to Medford. All right, we have made it to the Target in Medford, Oregon. Already charging at a pretty fast clip. Got here with 27%. Here you can see totals. So he's just did 113 miles, Sutherland to Medford. And we're over halfway done with our drive for the day. All right, we are leaving Medford after about a 15-minute charge, and we have an exciting announcement.
Mom is driving. This is such a rare occasion. We had to mark it.
Well, he did ask me, can you drive, instead of do you want to drive?
And she said yes.
I said yes.
Unexpected.
That was rather clever of me.
Clever.
We are charging for about 10 minutes at the Cottonwood, just south of Redding, California. And yeah, it's a nice charger right off the freeway. It is almost 10 p.m. and about to unplug from the supercharger at Cottonwood, California. Next stop, San Francisco area. Tammy and the boys are mostly asleep. And we are charging for about 8 minutes in Dunnigan, California. That way we shouldn't really have to charge once we get into the hotel. In Walnut Creek, California. We got about 75 more miles, and we will call it a day for this first leg of our journey to Monterey. Full house this morning in Concord, California. Kids are excited to go check out the Krispy Kreme donuts. We are getting just a 5-minute charge after staying at the hotel. We got into our hotel around 1 in the morning. We are headed to Santa Cruz to go check out the pier and the waterfront. Yeah, it says like an hour and a half drive. So just need a 5-minute charge. Quite the operation. We've arrived at the Santa Cruz boardwalk. Playing on the beach in Santa Cruz.